And before we go today, time for some reaction from a Chinese cartoonist to the hidden dangers of stretching out a helping hand to strangers. Our cartoonist today is Sichuan. This comes from QQ.com, and looking at the picture here, we can see on the left-hand side an elderly woman. She's presumably fallen over there. She looks in some distress. She's got a basket of groceries beside her. And coming to her aid is a young school child who has a little speech bubble there which says, "Granny, I'm coming to help you." But as you can see, he's about to fall into that hole in the ground, a trap. Now this has to do with a case recently covered widely in Chinese media about the family of an elderly woman who are accused of extorting money from 3 young children, school kids who went to help her. The Chengdu Economic Daily said this took place in Dazhou city in Sichuan province. It said a 74-year-old woman named Jiang fell, but she later blamed 3 elementary school kids who came to help her and said that they caused her to fall, and she demanded compensation from their families. Now the family of one of these children reported the matter to the police. They said they'd been forced by Jiang's family to pay 1,100 yen, about $180 for medical fees. Police investigated the case and they decided that Jiang had actually fallen of her own volition or by herself, and they charged her with extortion. She was actually given 7 days detention, but due to her age, that was waived. But her son, whose name was Gong, was given 10 days and fined 500 yen, about $80. Although 7 witnesses supported 3 young children, the family of Jiang said that they were going to appeal and that they insisted that she had been pushed or knocked in some way by the children. Now the case has sparked a heated decision online for people about the acts of Samaritans in such cases. Much of it around the question of whether would you still dare to help somebody in this sort of position. Many have said yes, despite the concerns they would feel they have to help somebody who they feel is especially an elderly person who's fallen over. But a large group did say no. They said it wasn't worth it. It was too difficult to prove that you were innocent in the case of being framed. And others suggested that you could help go some way to protecting yourself by taking cell phone video of what happened or contacting witnesses. Anecdotal evidence shows that there has been a reduction in the number of people willing to help, not only just old people, but in one case an old man was left who fell over on the street in Shanghai and actually died because of lack of help. Another was quite recently, not even an old person, a young woman in Beijing who got her head stuck in some railings. She was left by passers-by and eventually also died. Xinhua, the news agency commenting on this, said anyone could need strangers' help at some time, so it's only right that people should go out to help, and these sort of isolated cases shouldn't influence people's decision. However, it adds that helping does require courage and capability, and it says that if the help is beyond your capability or your skills, that you should really contact somebody else, the emergency services or the police. Well, not just this case, but a spate of such cases reported over the past few years in Chinese media have led experts to call for a Good Samaritan law to encourage do-gooders to not worry about it and to make sure that they wouldn't be sued in such cases as was attempted, it appears, in this one. Well, that is the take of our cartoonist Sichuan to that particular case and the case in general of people worried about helping those in trouble or helping out strangers.